Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at the characteristic of the grid feature, and this will be within PrintUP software. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, back in the program. So like I mentioned, in this mini series we're going to be looking at a few characteristic features. This can be found here under the main menu, and the first one we're going to be looking at is the grid feature. So in order to do that, I'm going to quickly import a graphic. Let us find our actual aim.co.za logo, put this in, and just leave all the settings like we had it before. Now with this selected, I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see better. And then now the idea of a grid is when you're printing these letter or channel letters, the bottom is not the strongest, so it can be quite weak. Maybe some of your letters, if they go really high, could try fall in on each other. So now what this does is it throws a basic grid on the floor that helps to keep the whole structure secure and in place. Now to do that, make sure you have your object selected. So you can select it, and then we go to characteristics or characteristic here on the actual main menu, and we say add grid. Now under the grid we've got a few settings. We've got the actual grid height and grid density. Now a recommended standard is a 1mm grid height and 3% grid density. So now if we say OK here, you can see here at the bottom it's added us a nice little grid. So now afterwards, when you're cutting this out, it's very simple and easy. It's not too many grid lines. So if you up the intensity, you're going to get a lot of little grids. I'll quickly show you. So we'll add one, I'll add again, and then let's make this maybe about 20%, just so you can see the difference. Say OK, and then you can see we've got a really fine grid over here now. So you can go that way, but it's going to be way more work in the end to clean everything up. Now same thing with the grid. You can simply just, if you don't want it anymore, let's say you've got your own supports, you can just go grid, delete grid, and there you go, you no longer have a grid. So it's a handy little feature, this, if you want to make sure your structure stays intact. And then yeah, that is it on the grid. But before you head on to the next feature, if we go here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.